Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Gregory Richardson, and I hope that you are all well. Welcome to the first ever episode of my new podcast entitled Much Ado About Hockey. No, this isn't a Shakespeare play, far from it. In fact, this talk show is about hockey being played on ice, otherwise known as ice hockey. Before I get down to business, let's get down to business. Anyway, I digress. Before I get down to business, though, I would like to wish all of you tuning in this afternoon a very happy new year. And wherever you are in the world, I hope to bring you comfort and joy talking about a really exciting, fast-paced sport that hardly gets a mention here in the United Kingdom, despite many adjacent European countries having many major leagues. Yes, I am going to be focusing on the Elite Ice Hockey League, otherwise known as the EIHL, as an abbreviation, which is played across Great Britain, so on this very island. In brief, there are 10 teams, yes, I can just about fit them on my hands, 3 in Scotland, 1 in Wales, 1 in Northern Ireland, and therefore, by process of elimination, 5 here in England. There is never promotion or relegation, as the league seems to be firmly ring-fenced, which is a bit of a shame, and in order to match the other European countries, each team plays each other home and away 3 times across an Elite League season to ensure a competitive 54-game regular season. Furthermore, the EIHL, so in short for the Elite Ice Hockey League, is deemed to be a challenger league as far as Champions Hockey League participation is concerned, meaning that only the first placed team after the 54 regular season games have been played qualifies for the following season of Europe's top division, thus enabling them to play against teams from major leagues such as the National League in Switzerland, La Liga in Finland, and even the Swedish Hockey League, for example. This current season, for example, the Belfast Giants played against 2-time vice-champions Lausanne from Switzerland and past Swiss champions Zug, who actually play in the CHL semi-finals just next week. Anyway, I digress, but alongside the Elite League, there is the Challenge Cup. But I am going to keep that to one side for now and talk about that at a later stage, because at this moment in time, and especially tonight, there is a crucial Elite League game taking place at the Sky Dome, approximately 30 miles away from Banbury. Indeed, Coventry Blaze, coached by Kevin Moore, is the closest top division team to Banbury, and the venue is very accessible by train. If speed walking, it takes about 6 minutes between Coventry Station and the Sky Dome, so it is a very worthwhile trip, especially as once inside the rink, you are indoors and dry, which is important at this time of year, especially this evening. I understand that Coventry is one of the, if not the cheapest places across the UK for watching ice hockey. Individual match tickets cost £22 with an additional booking fee of £2.64. So, in total, a night at the hockey, excluding travel and food or drink, costs £24.64, which seems very reasonable when considering that this is top division sport. To give a real-life comparison, a ticket to watch Northampton Saints in the newly named Gallagher Prem was £55 at face value last time I checked, and this creeps into the 70s when Europe comes around, which is why ice hockey is actually a much cheaper option these days, especially when thinking about the current cost of living issues. Anyway, back to the ice hockey, and a few other key facts remain for me to tell you about. Right then, after all 54 games, the top 8 qualify for the quarterfinals, which is a battle across 2 legs between the first place and 8th place team, 2nd place and 7th place team, and so on and so forth. In case you had a bit of difficulty there, fourth will always play fifth, so maybe try it that way round if you got a little stuck. Thereafter, with the winners of these games being known from the aggregate scoring totals, there is then a playoffs weekend held traditionally at the Motorpoint Arena in Nottingham, typically around mid-April, just before the cricket season gets into full swing. So, there we have it, some brief insights into the Elite League and how European qualification and some other bits and pieces work. Moving on then, and it is now time to talk about a crucial head-to-head taking place at the Sky Dome this evening at 7:30 p.m. as the Coventry Blaze host the Dundee Stars for the second time this season. No battles have been played at the Dundee Ice Arena yet, although that is coming next weekend. For now then, I'm going to analyse the most recent clash. Indeed, Marc Lefebvre's men showed tremendous courage when triumphing here last time out on Saturday, 22nd November, as they clinched a 5-4 regular time victory to draw them very close to an 8th place spot at the time. A festive period for the Stars has seen that gap grow to 8 points as tonight's hosts, coached by Kevin Moore, have claimed some crucial wins recently, especially against the Panthers on New Year's Eve, as well as beating the Giants last Sunday thanks to Luciani, who scored a crucial third period goal as the Blaze overturned a 3-1 deficit to win 4-3 in regulation. The Stars just about managed to stay in touch as they also won on Sunday on the occasion of their 25th anniversary celebrations, beating the Guildford Flames 4-3 after a dramatic physical third period, which the Stars coach described as being more like WWE than anything else, which was actually quite funny. This means that Coventry remain in 8th place with 22 points after having played exactly half of their games, so 27, whilst the visitors, the Dundee Stars, have played 24 of their 54 games and they have earned 14 points thus far, meaning that they trail the Blaze by 8 points with 5 more head-to-heads to be played between tonight and the 27th of February. The Stars also have a few extra games in hand, so if you do the mathematics, Dundee can still make the playoffs, but they will have to win their battles with Coventry without a shadow of a doubt. The Blaze are a couple of wins off 7th place at the moment, and they actually host all 3 Scottish teams on consecutive weekends, with Glasgow Clan coming down next Sunday and the Fife Flyers coming down on Sunday, 25th January, both face-off times being scheduled for 5:30 in the afternoon. Key battles on the ice tonight then include Sam Robson versus Emil Cruz, the 2 likely starting goalkeepers. The Swede, Emil Cruz, has won 5 of his 14 games between the pipes this season, and he was decisive at the Sky Dome last time out. He has saved just under 88% of pucks shot in his direction, and he has a goal against average of 4.48, but he has had a poor defence in front of him most of the campaign thus far, and the same goes for Jack Fisk, who has just 1 win to his name in the Elite League, and he is likely to be the backup keeper for the Stars tonight. As for Matt Robson, he has played 19 of Coventry's 27 games, winning just 7 when in front of the net. However, he has a save percentage in excess of 91, and he has conceded just over 3 goals per game, although the Blaze are much more solid and compact in defence. As you'll realise later, their box play is much better at killing penalties, which is crucial in ice hockey. In terms of the skaters, both captains are likely to have an impact on the game. Dow, for the Stars, is hot at the moment, as he has scored 4 goals in the Stars' last 3 games, including a hat-trick during their 7-4 defeat on Wednesday evening. As for Kim Thalberg, he proved his ability to score decisive goals at crucial times in tight contests against the Sheffield Steelers just before Christmas, and he will do everything he can to influence this head-to-head in a positive way for his team. Also, look out for the Finns. Former Panther Otto Nieminen, wearing 43 for the Stars, claimed the game-winning goal for the visitors at the beginning of the final period in November when the two teams went head-to-head, and Jari Virtanen for the Blaze is crucial on the blue line. He has found the net 9 times already this season, and he also seems to hit the post frequently. The Stars will have to keep an eye on him and block his shots if they are to have a chance of winning tonight. The top scorers in each team may also influence the game. Spencer Nass is the leading point scorer for the visitors, as he has 23 points to his name with 8 goals. On the opposition bench, keep an eye out for Matthew Gleeson, as he is the top point scorer for the Blaze. Currently, he has 12 goals and 8 assists for a total of 20 points thus far this season, but this game may well be decided by a certain Luciani, who is on fire at the beginning of the new year. He currently has 6 goals and is more than likely to add to his tally in a productive start to 2026 for both him and his Coventry Blaze teammates. Who will win this game then? Well, it is extremely hard to call. It's almost a 50-50 flip of a coin moment, really, and it has the potential to go down to the wire. But what is for certain is that special teams tend to decide a game like this. It did in November, and this is where the Stars could potentially have a slight advantage, especially where the power play is concerned. When skating with 1 or 2 extra players on the ice, the Stars have a 26.09% success rate, whereas that is only 24.18% for the hosts. However, on the flip side, when the Stars have a player or more for sitting out for 2 or more minutes, the penalty kill is just 63%, whereas the Blaze seem to hold out 3 times out of 4. So, the Stars, it seems, will have to be, the Blaze, it seems, will have to be really ill-disciplined and the Stars really clinical in order for this part of the game to have an impact on the result. As a famous Swiss referee always says, the best box play is no penalties, and the Stars could really benefit from taking that advice, as their box play does not tend to survive the full 2 minutes without conceding, unlike Coventry's, which was a work in progress for them earlier in their campaign. It is always difficult for the away side to travel to a loud place, especially at the moment, as the Sky Dome is in ebullition. Marc Lefebvre's team will have to be ready and sharp from the outset if they are to successfully relaunch their playoffs bid, as they are currently joint bottom with Scottish rivals and Derby rivals Five Flyers. All is to play for, but leaders from both players, including the number 1 goalkeeper on either side, will need to step up to the plate and have a major moment which could decide this game. Indeed, I reckon a piece of individual brilliance or skill will decide this game, and maybe even very late on in the piece. Will there be overtime? Will there be a shootout even? Who knows? But what is for certain is that the Stars will be looking to clinch a victory within the 60 minutes to deny the Blaze any points, and that is Lefebvre's ultimate aim this evening, a regulation win. In terms of the rest of the weekend, local team Coventry Blaze travelled to the outskirts of London to face the Guildford Flames on Saturday evening, and the Dundee Stars, once home safe and sound, will take on the Sheffield Steelers, currently 4th, on Sunday afternoon. Right then, I hope that you enjoy your evening and that you have a great time if you happen to be travelling down to the Sky Dome tonight. Other fixtures this month include the visit of Glasgow on Sunday the 18th at 5:30 p.m. and the visit of Five Flyers on Sunday 25th also at 5:30 p.m. as aforementioned. I guess that is appropriate as Robert Burns' night is rapidly approaching. Right then, thank you very much for listening to my show today. Have a lovely weekend and see you next week, same time, same place, right here on your favourite station called Puritans Radio. Take care, ta-ra, and bye-bye.